Alright guys, here we are, start of a new season, and I'm down in Florida this past couple weekends, and here's a crit that we'll get into the details later, but this thing starts on a slight uphill, and there is a Mino rip in white. You saw Owen's shot take off. Florida Velo in black and yellow. Velo Brew, that's their sprinter, that's Owen's team. There are some teams from the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, pretty well represented field from just all over the place. And this is a circuit that has two climbs on it, basically. Or is it two? Is it one? No, it's one climb. Oh, no, two climbs. And so this is us coming down the downhill, which is awesome. And ooh, yeah, I was like, dude, that wasn't good. But coming out of that corner towards the end of the race gets really hard. Just look at these blue skies, though. I mean, this is an amazing park. This was at the end of beginning of February. So I'm going to the front. Here's the game plan. I'm on the navy blue team. We haven't seen them yet. Zeal. The team was split into two different teams, and Zeal and Florida Velo are really the same team now. So I am working with Justin, who's up there in the black and yellow. We're working as one team. That is totally fine. Everybody knows that. There's no hidden weird thing going on. What our initial plan was that we are just going to hammer the beginning, keep it super fast. Don't let anything get up the road. Follow everything. We had guys in GC 1, 2, and 3. Here's the first climb. It's a stair stepper. So, initially on paper it sounded like a good idea. The only thing is with these climbs, it's hard when there are climbers here that can easily get away on this hill. I wasn't sure how long we'd be able to control everything. We'll get to that in a minute, but we're going to come up here, we're going to take a left-hander, we're going to go downhill into a left, and the left is a no-brake corner. Some people were braking, you did not need to. It's funny in that, I was thinking the other day, maybe it's these tires I'm running now, the Vittoria ones, but I've gotten so much better at cornering from practicing. There's a little bit of broken pavement up here, so you had to go to the left of that and then come back to the far right, and you can see see this dude, yeah, he just comes ripping in on me. I was like, okay, and then this is the final climb, and it's a stinger at the end for sure. See, we're losing a little bit of speed, and then you come up, the feed zone's going to be on the right. And the one thing I'm going to do this year is it takes a lot of time to put those watts over, and yeah, we're doing 600 watts, 800 watts. Let me ask you guys this: is looking at the watts super important? Because I could post more videos like this that are 10 minutes or less if I don't have to do all that overlay. Or hey, if you're out there and you like editing videos, let me know. I'm happy to give you and your media company a shout out. We get a lot of people to our blog now, and thanks for visiting, by the way. I think we're at 90,000 page views and 35,000 people, so we could maybe help you get your company's name out there if you want to help us out. But my point being, hopefully there are more lessons from these videos than just looking at watt numbers. We all know it takes big watts to do well in a P12 race. I think that hopefully we're able to provide something more to you in value than that. If not, let me know. Maybe you're just here to be like, dude, damn, you went really hard. So we're on lap 2, we're going around, and when you're blasting yourself for 10 minutes straight, what are you able to do later in the race? So I was really curious, and it would be great to see the back. If we had a rear view camera, it's just too obnoxious on the bike, so I'm not going to do the rear view this year again. Stringing it out. The thing with stringing it out on a course like this people can definitely come around you on the climb. So I don't know how much damage you're actually, or not necessarily damage, how much control you're actually doing, as opposed to if we rode a little bit easier and followed moves. Because to keep the pace this high, I'm doing 450, 500. You know, there goes Justin. We eventually lost him, and he's a strong rider because the climb just zapped him, and guys are going to do this. So I think when we're talking about controlling a race, we need to still understand and remember, even if you're doing 500, the guy behind you is doing 150 watts less. So once one person takes off like this, it now forces me to go into super overdrive, chase him down, and it's just going to happen again. I think controlling, it's a very hard thing to do, especially when there's this many talented guys in the race, but also when we have guys 1 through 3 in GC. That's 3 people that obviously aren't going to be working, and maybe should talk more about this type of strategy. So I think on this lap, people go up the road again. Closing down on the amino rip guys, slowly but surely, but as you can see, he's out of the saddle, he's moving. This was a super fun part of the course because there's just enough people, and down in Florida, everyone's speaking Spanish. Did I post the other video? I was in a break in the road race, and 10 guys are all yelling in Spanish, and luckily I had a teammate there, and I'm like, dude, what's everybody yelling about? So here I catch this guy, and I'm going to go right past him just to keep the pace high. That's what our plan was. And in the break, everyone's yelling. I'm like, what are they yelling about? And he's like, oh, this guy's saying that, why aren't you guys working? You have 3 people in the break. And I'm trying to tell him that we're 1 through 3 on GC, and we don't really care about this move. And these other guys won't work. And da-da-da. I'm like, okay, just remember, I can't speak Spanish. So if anything like pops off, or I need to know something via voice, please come tell me. He just laughed. I was like, man, I need to learn Spanish. So I'm hoping to spend more time in Florida next winter. Chris and I have a place down there, and it would just be really awesome to see sunshine all year long. So this was what I was, as I'm coming around this one, I'm like, man, this is going to be hard. I'm 8 minutes in. It's an 80, was it 80 minutes? We'll have to see. I'm only going to do this in a 14-minute chunk. I would never watch 80 minutes of a crit, but definitely learn something from this. You know, controlling, let's try and control it in smaller groups. Let's try and control smaller packs maybe, or let's try and control it in a way that we get other guys to burn matches, because right now we're just making it fast. And I don't think that would be a problem if this course allowed you to make it fast for a very long time. Making it fast on this course like this, with this hill being the one to push it every time, I mean, the workhorses are going to be gone in 20 minutes, leaving our GC guys open to attacks by themselves later in the race. But I mean, these blue skies can, I mean, dang, that is awesome. And they're not even blue, there's clouds in them. I'm dumb. But just from what, we've had a really dark winter in Memphis this year, and that's really what I tried to move away from. So seeing this was just amazing. And yeah, okay, I'll admit it, seeing the watts right there would have been cool. But I promise you we were going hard. Maybe I can, what's another, somebody help me. How can I get another, how can I easily get an overlay in? What I've been doing was Garmin Verb, and then this is actually also a little less exciting because of the fact that I'm on the front just drilling the crap out of it. And I'll post the, go to the blog, I'll obviously post the stats there, but there goes Owen. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a breather here. And also as I take a breather, I'm like, I might get spit out the back right now. That was hard. There's the Zeal team. Those kids look dope. I like the Navy. I'm a big fan of the Navy shorts in general. Black is obviously classic, but Navy's pretty slick looking. And there's got to be some connection to Cora Tech down in Florida because everybody rides that bike. And they ride those Alto wheels, which are from Florida. So two of my teammates are there and they're getting detached. I'm like, yo, I'm going across this thing. And then I saw Rip guys coming. I'm like, I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys can try and close this up. Because it was a little too spicy. So I was pretty happy with how I was taking that corner. Everybody was getting a little bit of gap there. A couple times like this one, I went too slow, which is no good. Slow in a bike race is bad, if you didn't know that. And so I think this is a good spot to stop the video for now. Come back with another one. And maybe I'll just put together some highlights. This is an experiment, see how it goes. First 12 minutes of the crit, let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. And hit me with feedback. Thanks.